Hello and welcome to it is vlog number 33 or day number 33 in the PHP web framework series, and this is part 3 of the single sign-on part. So just bear with me, I'm just gonna move the mic a bit, so if you hear some noise, I'm very sorry. That's all done now. So yeah, just getting back to it. You might be thinking you can't see me. The reason for that is I've switched to a Mac Pro from my iMac. I don't have a webcam yet, but I have one on order. So when I get that, obviously that'll be hooked up, and I will be using that with, well, my new setup. So there may be a video or so without any footage of me. I doubt you really care too much, if I'm being honest. So let's get back to it. So what we had were these two domains, Sonar Inc. and Wrenchworks, and one was acting as a slave and one was acting as the master domain. I honestly can't remember which one. I think this was the master domain, so I'm just gonna have a quick look with what we were doing. So if we go to Sonar Inc. .co.uk, if we go to views, for example, home, and in index we aren't returning anything, but I know there is a separate folder, SSO login check. So this returns data. Okay, so if we're returning data, so I'm gonna say the Sonar Inc. is master. So just to make sure I know what I'm dealing with here, I'm gonna rename this to master, rename Sonar login test.php. I don't believe we need that anymore. I'll leave it for now, and I'm going to rename this to slave. So slave, and if we were to go back to the website, and we got the database, as you can see right here as well. So if we were to go back, yeah, let's need to check one thing. Okay, just checking. Okay, yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, let's continue. Okay, I was just thought I saw something that shouldn't be there. So we got our database right here as well. So if we go back, refresh, this won't work because this is to say master now. And same thing for this one, so slave. So the next task, actually I also want to open up the GitHub page for this as well, don't have it open. So do we have anything in the notes? Nope, nothing as of yet. I'm going to make some notes in here. So SSO, and what we're going to do is put, actually I want to put dual hashes SSO, and then in here, can't remember how you do a list in, I think it's something like this in Markdown. So we'll find that in a second. So we're returning data. So send data from slave to master. Because the way I see it, I don't think the master would ever instigate a call to the slave. It should always be the, in my opinion, from where I can see and what I understand of it at the moment, it would always be, you know, slave to master. So like in Google's case, you go into YouTube, for example, you click sign on, it instigates to the master, and then you do something there. Successful, let's say if you've logged in, it redirects you. So there's data going from master to slave, but the initial instigation occurs on the slave side. But again, I want your feedback on this. So if you think it should be in a different way, feel free to let me know. Send data from slave to master, verify data, and send different response from master to slave. So at the moment, this is just checking if we can communicate with the master, and if based on what we've sent, now we can definitely communicate, we got that working, but if based on what we've sent, we can actually, get that data. Because if we can get the data, then we can, do some sort of if statement and say, send this back. For now, it can be text or numbers. So commit these changes. Yeah, because that's how you do a unordered list. So in here, and let's just have a look. So what we got, what are we dealing with? I need to see exactly. So the master and views, user, SSO login, and then index. Should this be an index for now? Or actually no, Wrenchworks, it'll be an app, views, home, and this will be index. Okay, so this is just getting the response. So now, okay, so let me try. We did have stuff for, posting and whatnot, I believe. So let me try saving that. And on here, I'm going to try putting in if $_post and the data being sent is myvar1 if that equals, I think it was data1, then what we're going to do is send. Actually, I'm going to cut this, just put it here, didn't really move it anywhere, and I'm just going to simply comment this out. Edit, toggle comment, else data was different. So if I'm going to copy and paste this inside of the first if statement, going to toggle comment, indent this bad boy a bit, and now just get rid of this. We know it's working, so we just want one piece of data in there. XYZ. So now, if we save that, and it's no longer working because in the index, we're going to site instead of slave, instead of master. Okay, it's returned ABC. So if I were to put data2 here, it returns XYZ. So it's correctly getting the data. Data is being sent, which is fantastic, which is absolutely fantastic. So realistically, that needs to be converted into the way we do stuff via the other post stuff. So if I go, I can't quite remember, so if we go to login, for example, if input post, we got no token at the moment, so if we get this and in, I don't believe this will work as of yet. Yes, that won't work because we don't have the Sonar stuff included because we're directly going to the domain. So what we need to, I'll leave this here, but what we're going to need to do is just put a require underscore once, and this needs to require Okay, PHP require root path. How do you do that? Let's try this. Actually, I need to exactly confirm what that is printing out. So in here, I'm just going to put echo the document root. So that will return ranchworks.co.uk. Now we want it with slave part. We want that part of it. Actually, the one called server root. Nope, that is not defined. And there may potentially be one within our classes. So would it be within the class or would it be in the configuration? So within website config maybe? Root. Now let's try this bad boy instead. Because the reason we're looking at this is because if we include it, we can't just do // because that might not be exactly where it always is. So it needs to be a bit more dynamic. So we got, has it printed anything else? Slave public. I like that. I like that a lot. It's got the public part, which again we can just go out of that. If it's always gonna end up in public, that's not a problem. So I need to command X that. So just received a message. Let me need to quickly check this. 1 second. And just give me a moment. Okay, so what just happened there? That's not what I wanted. So yeah, in here, need to put that dot / core maybe classes / I'm gonna see if that what it prints out. Okay, actually I'll just try including it directly. So if I go to where am I looking? What was the one? Input.php. Input.php. Okay, I'm actually going to just in the index file for this, sorry, just simply put echo that out so I actually see what's happening. So master public ... That should be better. Again, it's still hard to see. Instead, what I'm going to do is whack that in this index file. Okay, I guess I don't even need this for now. Don't save. Cancel. Don't need this. So actually, after that, it's whacking in this index. So for the require once input, and if I go to the classes folder, go to input, and then in here, what I'm going to do is echo something out. So go into here, comment this out. So if I go into here, refresh, okay, if I go back onto it, require one slave, failed to open stream, no such file or directory in Wrenchworks slave app. So what about it does it not like? Because if, for example, we were to just put it like this, so if I were to go back, like so, oh, apparently something has messed up in this index file. I'm refreshing the wrong page. Was I refreshing the wrong page? I believe so. So if I go back to index, so if I grab that and in this index, I whack this here. Okay, has to be very first statement. I'm down with that. I can understand that. No. Failed to open stream. So if it did go back from public, in this folder, if we went to classes, input.php, I think the path is fine. It's just the way I'm trying to do it. So we got all of this here. Whereas, actually, 1 second. I've got a phone call that I need to Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm gonna try. If I did put in it just almost like an explicit path, not quite absolute, but if I were to go back, let me try that. Okay, that one worked. I know why this one didn't work, because / goes to the root, I believe. So / should, if I do master instead, just remember that now. I believe that's the way it works. Okay, so what is it saying? I did a / there. Don't want that. Master classes, maybe. Actually, I do want that there. Sorry. Okay, let me go back to the one that was working. Don't require once. Was this the one that was working? Okay, so it printed it out there. .. classes. I need to see if this relative to this index.php or the other index.php. So I need to go into SSO login check. Yeah, damn it. So damn it. Get that. Whack that here. Get rid of this. Okay, so Sonar in blah blah blah. Index user / SSO login check. Page not found. I need to actually add the controller stuff. So home, SSO login check. Apparently I already have it. Page not found. Why is it not finding this page then? It's in user, SSO login check.php. So home, user SSO login check, and Sonar Inc. That is the domain we're on. That's the domain we're dealing with. Why are they unable to not get into it then? So user home user SSO login check. What would happen if I were to just get rid of this then? It wouldn't be that one anyway. It would be, yeah, that is the one that it would be, because there's only one SSO login check. There isn't a SSO login check in here. I think my battery just ran out. So let me just plug it in. If it's crashed, you obviously can't hear this. If it doesn't, then we can continue. So and there we go. Okay, I also forgot to mention another thing. So on the Trello board that I've got here, I've added a couple of things like payment services that I added. I think I rearranged a couple of things. Also, on the GitHub for PHP Web Framework, I have made a commit after the video. After the last video. And that was regarding hybrid auth, because I was trying to implement hybrid auth in a website that I'm making on the social login stuff, and it wasn't working. It wasn't working because Facebook's, since I implemented that, has changed some stuff. You needed a new version of the Facebook stuff, which the new version of hybrid auth has, and then on top of that, it doesn't quite work. You have to do like some modifications, but I've put them in GitHub, so they should be a-okay now. So again, I just wanted to mention that. So why is it not going there? So if I go to login, for example, it's not going to any of them. Let's just confirm that this is going to it then. This isn't either. Apparently page not found. I remember I did do some stuff with the error checking. Could this be to do with that potentially? Let's have a look. Where did I put that error stuff? Core maybe? No, it's not core. Elements, no. Public? Actually, I think there's a config for it. So if I go to core and config, maybe that's it. That'll be easy. Blog config, cookie config, errors config. Is code pages enabled false? Then why? Okay, there seems to be something wrong with the code pages enabled part. So, you know what? I'm going to deal with that after. Is code pages enabled not working properly? So, assign it to myself. Dun dun dun. Label, whack a red label on there. And I'm going to whack that here. I'll deal with that after. I'll have a quick look, see if I can fix it now. Otherwise, because it's still working the other way. I tested it before, but okay. Core app. So that's not properly indented, but Just most likely just because of code anywhere. Is code pages enabled? Only if see if that fixes it. That did not fix it. So if it's true, so if it goes in here, it's got a controller. Should be on if it's not specified. And should only be an else, I guess, if the file doesn't exist. Why would it? Okay, so if the file exists, then why would there ever be a need to get into here? Else, it should be this. Okay, so I'm going to delete this for now. It's not that one that's including it, it's the other one. I'm going to turn it back to the way it was. Okay, I know why I had that. So if this was, if they're both present, but that one's incorrect. Okay, I understand now. So then it's something to do with this then. So that method doesn't seem to exist in home. I think that's what it's suggesting. Because if I were to go to index, now that method is saying that method here does not exist at all, apparently. So let's go back to app. Did we do anything in controller? Nope, we did not. So if is set URL1, find if method exists, this controller with namespace URL1, this method. Let's see what happens if I put not here. Does not have a method called user. User shouldn't be the method. Okay. Did say I wasn't going to look at this if that was the problem, but I'll have another quick look at it. So instead of index, if we went to user, does not like that. If we go to register, for example, was I going to the wrong domain? I think I was. So user / SSO. It's not picking that one up. So if I undo everything from here, in errors config that's set to true. In website config, that's fine. And go back. Okay. You don't explicitly put user. Okay, yeah, because that would be a variable then. Forgot that how bits of it work. That's what happens when you get like a big project. Let's check the time. Okay. So again, this shouldn't be modified at all. Login. Happy with that. So cannot declare Sonar input because the name is already in use. It's moaning about, let me undo anything that needs to be undone here. Make sure this is still working. Yep. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Leave that. I'll get rid of that. It is saying if I were to go into this SSO login check, if I were to comment out this, yeah, that is the issue. It's the fact that this cannot declare class Sonar input. Class already exists. Yeah, that's why. Hence we need the require once. So that's, I've confirmed what I needed to confirm. So in here, instead, actually no, I haven't exactly confirmed what I wanted to confirm. Because if we were to go to here, for example, still returning null. Apparently there's no post data. For now, I'm just going to copy this into here. See if that works. It'll work without this. No, it does not. There's something here messing it up. Why is that printing out something on the index page? This Sonar Inc. index page. Don't think I want anything printing out on that one. What is that printing out? Where is that user XYZ coming from? Because I'm actually on the SSO login check page. Okay, that's fine. So in here, okay, but in here, if I were to put this back in, it's gonna break. Something about it breaks. So is it the class input? Is it the namespace Sonar crap? Something here is making it break. So let's get rid of the class, see what's making it break. Alright, so all of this. So if I were to get rid of that, instead of echoing anything out, so go back to input, not input, index, login, need to get this, SSO, So in here, I'm gonna work this in and refresh. Nope, doesn't like it. I'm guessing because it's all on the same page. Don't need to put that. Yep, that was correctamundo. And if just to confirm, if we put a random character in here, yeah, it changes the result. That's good. So now I could actually get rid of. Actually, that's assuming there's input. So I need to actually get the input. So the input to get it is register will probably be a better one to have a look at. Sorry about the scraping on it. It's just the cable that I'm using, just scraping on the mouse mat. You know, the cable for charging my mouse. Ah, here we go. That's what I wanted. So if I beautify this, well, apparently not. Apparently not a window. My var1. Again, I need to get rid of this. It should still be working the same way. That's good. And now, if I were to get rid of this and actually put the include in here now, so if I were to go into here to one of these, I add it in one of these. If I were to whack that here, that as it is won't work. I know that much. But if I were to get rid of all of this, selected the quotation mark and not the forward slash as well, so that's stupid. It's gonna be kind of crazy just putting loads of them in, just hoping. I'll go for one more and forgot. This has to be, so if it was gonna work it won't because it's not using the correct namespace. Let me have a look again. Still nothing. Still nada. So it's not actually, I don't think it's getting into. I'm just going to put an else. Pardon me. And I'm going to say 3, 2, and 1. Probably say 3. Didn't say 3. I think because the methods are invalid, they're not correctly being. It's not going through the rest of it, it's just breaking. So yeah. So at the end of the day, a lot of this is going to get integrated into the class system. But so I need to get this to work. Okie dokie. So what am I going to do? Tried a bunch of different things. Because again, that would mess things up if it was working. The extra echo. That worked. Going back that many times? Why would it need to be that many times? So if you're here, go back one, go back another, go back another. So okay, so you're here, you're going to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So obviously it's not the most elegant, so I need to figure out a better way of doing it. Okay, for now I'm just gonna leave it like so. Deal with this as it is. So if we go to GitHub, we have go to documents, notes. Again, I just want to keep an eye on time, 48 minutes. Send data from slave to master. Done. Verify data and send different response from master to slave. That's done as well. Now comes the difficult part. On master, check if something is set, like a user is logged in, and return response. The reason this becomes more difficult is because we're going directly to this, so we don't have the hookup of all of our other classes. But if we go to core init, might be able to just get this. So instead of putting require once classes, what if we were to put, if we've gone back, instead of going into classes, we're going to core underscore configs / nah, it's just init.php. That's broken. Again, just make sure it's still working. So core init.php. And it breaks in here. It breaks in here. This is obviously what I'm looking for. But what I'm hoping that it includes. I'll get rid of the register. Don't need to deal with this. Nah, it's not working, so let's just remove this for now or revert it back. Make sure it was correct. Okay, revert it back. So class is input. So yeah, like I was saying, on master check if something is set, like a user is logged in and return response. Because if we go to the database, when the user logs in, something like this will occur. So if, for example, I go into Sonar Inc., I go to register, and I add a username of test user. Password is going to be 12345667. 12345667. Contact@contact.com. I'm not a robot. Register, and email address apparently already exists. Test contact 2 12345667 12345667. Not a robot. Register. You've been registered. I need to log in now. Before I log in, just need to activate the user. So activated. So in here now, test user 2, I believe it was 12345667. So go to here, user sessions. User doesn't exist. What do you mean it doesn't exist? It's just called test user. The email address was, different. 12345667. Apparently I'm logged in now. If we go back to here, user sessions. So yeah, that's all we would need to do. So we would just need to query the database, check if they're logged in into here. If they are, but again, we don't want to be dealing with that. Okay, what happened if I put user instead? Instead of that, comment this out for now. If using the user class, what happens if we try and get a method from here for checking if logged in? So if is logged in, there is a method for that. I know there is. Logged in. Okay, so if it's logged in, part of the Sonar blah blah blah. Do you need to create a user? Okay, so I need to do $user equals new. Never remember. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Okay, so if $user, now in here, if I get grab that, put that here, it's a method. So I want to grab this. Else, this is what I'm going to do at the moment. So Sonar Inc. No. So it's returning no. So what would happen if I were to just have the require once, make sure that's not breaking it. class is user. Is there something being echoed out here? Yes, there is. So config.php would probably be one of these. So refresh. So let's remove this. Oh yeah, it should only have the one. Again, if I just comment this out, it'll print something out, okay? Something in the user.php class is messing it up. So if I get rid of that, something in one of these classes is messing it up. Could be in either one of them, I guess. Error lies in the config. So in config, what's happening? I think it's because of this globals. So if I were to just I was going to try one other thing. Make sure I'm in the right domain. So the config file doesn't like this either. Nope, so I'm gonna undo this bad boy. And in here, so undo this as well. Still not working. But we made progress though, which is good. It's good. So because if that did work, that is logged in method, that honestly would have been, I'll say, most of it done. But it didn't. Which is bad. Very, very bad. I'm upset. So classes, user.php. He's getting into there because when I was removing certain ones, it was removing them. So okay, leave it for now. This has been, it's been interesting, it's been good, made some progress, which is nice. Always good when you make actual tangible progress in terms of the tasks that you had, so completed them. I will see you in part 34, day 34 in the PHP Web Framework series. And apart from that, yeah, if you have any comments, if you have any feedback on this to help, feel free to let me know because we really appreciate it. Bye bye.